So most people are accustomed to eating coconut, dried coconut that is, in one form or the other. Whether it's grated and bagged in the supermarket and sprinkled on top of pastries, or as just a nut, or in the case of Jamaicans, Rastafarians particularly, the juicing of it to cook stews and soups and different amenities. But how many people actually are accustomed to the green or young jelly coconut? Jelly because it has not yet turned to a nut, and the substance in there is like a gelatin of any regular sort. All right. Hi, this is Bob with Wake Up and Live, and today we're going to talk about showing you how to cut the young jelly coconut very easily and safely. Okay, so I've already selected a green young jelly coconut from the tree that I'm gonna cut, and what we normally use to cut the coconut would be this. But for the benefits of those who love coconut, jelly coconut that is, and but they may live in the urban areas like an apartment and do not have environments like mine to actually cut it. You may want to be able to cut it on the counter. This method is going to be the easiest way for you to cut it on the counter using a cleaver. When you choose a cleaver, make sure it's a heavy cleaver. It's not like a knife weight, but it's a heavy cleaver. Heavy cleavers, by the way, can remove your fingers, so you need to be very careful how you hold it. All right, so for the jelly coconut, this is what we do basically. Putting it on a flat surface like your counter or this. Put some pressure on it. You remove the husk until you see the shell right here. Once you get the shell, you want to scantily cut the shell like this. You're chipping it. Once you get that crack, work in the crack until you get a vision of the jelly. All right, now once you get this, you simply open it. Now some people will stick a straw in there to drink this out. I'm gonna remove it so I can fast forward to show you how to actually get to the jelly. You notice this is not yet a nut. It's in a gelatin-like state. See, just jiggle. That's because it's not fully mature to become a nut. It's a nut when it's dried, but in this case it's at a gelatin level. Okay, so if I wanted to drink it like the regular non-Jamaican, I'd stick a straw in there and just suck from it. But in this case, I want to speed ahead to show you how to actually whoa, and you see how much that holds? Huge cup. So I want to get ahead so I can show you how to get the rest of the jelly coconut. So here we go, we've gotten that. So usually the best way to do it is to turn it down on the flat side so it doesn't roll. Okay, then you can try this front part. The shell is hard, so it might have been better to use a machete, but there we go. So what inside looks like is a white gel-like thing that generally forms a nut once it gets very mature. At this stage though, it's very nutritious. I know a lot of men swear by their fertility on this nut. It is really nutritious. In parts of Asia and the South Pacific, the nut, the jelly as it is now, is used a lot to keep down viral loads in people struggling with like herpes or HIV. It doesn't cure these things. Please don't misquote me. It doesn't cure them, but it keeps the viral load manageable, according to a lot of folk medicine in this region. All right. So once you've gotten that, you could use a spoon. Normally we cut it from the shell. We try to be very we use this like this, and you go at it, and there we go. You remove the gel, clean off the shelly parts, the husk, and this part you can wash it off a little, get the stuff off, and we're ready to go. That's the meat of the coconut before it actually becomes a nut. All right, so there you have it, how to cut a jelly coconut without using a machete if you live in an apartment building and don't have the space outside. You can cut it on your counter. Now, there are additional information about coconut itself that a lot of people don't really know. Coconut water, for example, is like a super hydrator when it comes on to people who do excessive work, like if you're an athlete and you've lost a lot of electrolytes from running and you're dehydrated. Coconut water is the best and fastest rehydrator and replenisher of all those electrolytes. It's full. The water is crammed with mineral salts, the nourishing mineral salts, micronutrients that the body needs. The flesh itself, as I indicated earlier, that it's long in history, thousands of years, been used as an antiviral, antimicrobial type of a food, packed with nutrients that staves off a lot of these different microbes. All right, but the most important part for me really is the water, the minerals that it actually holds. For people struggling with kidney issues and ailments of that sort, coconut water is very, very excellent for that. In fact, during World War II, America fighting the Japanese on the battlefield in Hawaii and the South Pacific, and they did not realize that all this time, while they were running out of saline solution for IVs for their sick on the battlefield, the Japanese were using tiny, skinny little bamboos for IV needles and running coconut water into the veins of injured servicemen during the war, and came out doing much better than recovering faster, while the Americans were probably running out of saline solution. All right, just give you that little bit there to let you know the coconut itself is a powerful food. It's a only complete meal known on a tree. It has its food and it's meat and it's liquid, and it's very powerful in staving off different type of ailments and microbes. All right, so again, I want to thank you for watching. This is Wake Up and Live with Bob.